Hello, everybody. Valerie Walton here, coming to you live from the suburbs of Washington, D.C. Very excited to sit and chat with you for a few moments today because we're going to get into it. You know that I don't, I give it to you straight. And so today we are going to dive right in and start talking about 5 shocking reasons why people are not successful at home business, network marketing, and affiliate marketing. And it's all coming up. Yes. All right. So, for those of you that are tuning in for the very first time ever, hello. Again, my name is Valerie Walton at valeriewalton.com. And you definitely want to jump on my Victory VIP list if you are in home business or thinking about getting into home business, because I have been a certified home business coach for the past 5 years. I've helped thousands, literally thousands of people get their start and go next level in their businesses so that they can be more profitable, which will allow them to leverage their businesses better, have more of the time freedom that they've been looking for to do the things that they've always been wanting to do. So, with that being said, if you are watching me live right now, go ahead and put a hashtag live because I see some people are on already. And if you are watching the replay, make sure you do a hashtag replay. Also, let me know where you're tuning in from. And if there's anything in particular that you have a question about or that you would like some advice or some help with when it comes to growing your home business, who knows? I may make an entire video training just for you. Oh my gosh, all about what you need. So that will be a lot of fun. Okay, so who's on? Hello. I see somebody said live. It only says Facebook user, and I don't know why it's doing that right now. Weird. Okay, but I do see you. So hello. All right. So let's get into this. Number one, shocking reason number one is most people have no why. Right. And you hear people talk about that. You should have a why. What's your why? Your why should make you cry. All that, blah, blah, blah. Blah. Okay. Let me break down what we're actually talking about. Okay. What I'm saying is you need a reason. You need a solid reason, something meaningful to you, something that is in alignment with your values when it comes to your outlook on life. What exactly is that? Right? Because most people will start a business all because, now get this, they will start the business all because they've got their back up against the wall financially already. Let that sink in for just a second. Already in a dire position. They are already in a desperate position where they're like, okay, this situation came up or this happened in my life, and now I gotta hurry up and figure out something. And they are working, they're making decisions and taking certain actions like starting a business, all based on not I'm going to be financially responsible and plan out my financial life, but because they've made a couple wrong turns, made a few mistakes, and I'm not judging on that, but because they've made those wrong turns and those mistakes, they're now in panic mode, they're now in haste mode, they're now in survival mode. Worst reason to start a business. And again, I'm not saying that to judge. I'm just telling you that from my professional experience with this and working with people. I've seen the folks who have started their businesses because they were panicking and like, look, I need to get some cash now. And that's why your average marketer, your average home business owner, when they go and start a home business or they start doing affiliate marketing or they start doing network marketing, that average person only sticks around for maybe 90 days. That's why. Because either they give up because they're like, wait, this is actual work, or they will find another way to get out of their sticky situation for now. And so like maybe they, I don't know, maybe they went and played the lotto and got the money they needed to pay off whatever the issue was that they had at the time. So they're like, whew, I'm in the clear for now. I'm all right. I don't really need to grow this business anymore. Right. Or they didn't make any money. And again, it's just like, okay, well, I'm out of here. So hopefully, you're not one of those folks. And if you are, I'm going to give you some tips on how you can solve all of these issues, okay? But you want to make sure that you're not in a situation where you have no real reason or logic behind why you're in business besides the money. Because real entrepreneurs serve, right? We see a problem out here in the world. We see people are hurting from that problem. We want to help solve it. We want to help to lessen the load on people. We want to help to relieve the stress for people in some way. And so we create or we offer someone else's product, service, business, opportunity, or what have you as a solution. If you're not serving from that, if you're not starting your business from that, from having enough compassion to see a problem that a certain group of people in the world have, and you're looking for a way to help them solve it, to bring them hope, to let them know you don't have to be going through this. There is a solution for it, and I'd love to help you with that. If that's not what you're going to build your business on, you're probably going to be one of the folks that don't have success. And I mean, it's just as simple as that. You're going to have to get some clarity on this, because through this also inspires what kind of brand you're going to create for yourself, what type of reputation that you're going to create for yourself as an entrepreneur in your chosen space. Okay. So I see that, hey, Dre is on. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Okay. Watching me from Michigan. Cool, cool, cool. Again, I got a Facebook user. I don't know if this is the same one or a different one, just watching me live from Idaho right there. And then I have somebody that says desperation pushed me into this pool, right? Yikes. So because the first thing that's going to have to happen is we got to get out of that sense of I'm desperate, and we have to look at things from a perspective of there are multiple solutions for my one problem, because there are. So great to have you on, because you're going to love what I'm going to share with you today. Yay. Yep. Somebody said been drowning for 18 months. Yikes. Right. And it's like, were you drowning before or after you joined the business? More than likely before, right? But let me know, correct me if I'm wrong. All right. So thank you guys so much for being open enough and vulnerable enough to share that with folks, because I know that there are people watching right now live, and also people that will catch this replay and feel, that they can't say that. So thank you for saying that, because it just helps people to feel a little bit better about, their situation, knowing that they're not alone, and finally seeking the help that they need to start getting what they actually want out of their business. All right, so let me give you the second shocking reason. And this one is lack mentality. So I kind of covered this a little bit, but I also want to bring this up. Your average person, right? Most people will look at and then pass on an amazing opportunity that has presented themselves for that person. And I find it interesting because, many of us have, we walk in a certain faith, and many of us pray and we ask our creator for an answer to that prayer, right? We got a problem, Lord, I need you to solve it. And then this opportunity comes up and we pass on it because it doesn't look like we pictured in our head. Or it looks too good to be true. You guys, if I believed in the saying too good to be true, let me don't do that to yourself. That is so self-sabotaging. If I believed in such a thing as too good to even be true, I wouldn't even have a faith. Because based on my faith, my God is so good, right? That your average person would not have the capacity to understand and comprehend how good that is. You know what I mean? But anyway, people will pass on these amazing opportunities because their main question that helps them say yes or no is, what will I have to lose? What will I have to pay? What will I have to sacrifice? What do I have to give? What do I have to give up in order to get this? And then what am I supposed to do with it when I got it? And see, that is a lack mentality, because the focus, once again, is just on yourself. It's not on serving other people. It's on where you are right now in this moment instead of where you could be if you took advantage of the opportunity that's in front of you, right? So successful entrepreneurs like myself, because I'm not bragging, but I'm just saying I ain't gonna sit up here and deny it either. I thank God that I've had the success and had certain experiences that my business journey. But successful entrepreneurs, we understand the power of investing. We understand the power of multiply, right? That's a blessing. And so we ask ourselves, how can I take this and multiply it? There isn't even a sense of lack in our decision making process. And yet we're aware of the risk, but we still take that risk because the possibility and the probability of success is worth it. Sure, I could fall flat on my face. Sure, I could have a conversation with somebody that ends up offending them instead of them signing up with me. Sure, I could get rejected. Sure. A whole bunch of things can happen. But in the end, I will have hit my goal. And when I do, no matter how many obstacles were on the way, both expected and unexpected, it was still worth the journey for me to finally get where I was trying to go. Even if I set a goal to hit this specific goal in, a year, and it took me 5 years instead, it would still be worth it to me because it's important to me. It's significant. It's meaningful. And so again, if we're just starting business for the money, you can make money anywhere doing anything. So what is it about having the business that is meaningful to you, that holds some level of value to you, so that you will stick with it, right? And instead of having that lack mentality, to start to embrace the idea of, let me look at the possibility, yes, but we don't just want to dream about it and wish about it. We also want to look at the probability of it. How can I increase the probability? How can I increase the odds for me to have success more so than for me to fail? And that's going to bring me to the next three reasons. Okay. So let me see what you're saying about that. All right. Are y'all following me so far? Okay. So now reason number 3, no skills. Bruh, bruh, bruh. You will need to build a skill set. I cannot tell you how many people I've seen just by observation, not people that have come to me per se, but I can't tell you how many people I've seen who will start a business because they were told that they could make a lot of money. And although that is true, home business can be very lucrative. It really can. You could get into a network marketing company and you could make 6 figures a month. You could become an affiliate, right? Where you don't have to worry about making your own products, services, nothing. You just pointing people in the right direction, child. You just referring folks over to this other company, and you could turn that into something very lucrative. You could create your own digital products. right? You could sew Afghans, knit Afghans. You could you could do just about anything. And it can be very lucrative, and you can do it all from the comfort of your home online. Tapping into your creativity, being your unique self. Yes, you could, but you can't do it without the skills. And if you think about it, anybody, anybody who gets paid good money doing anything is able to do that, right? Is able to earn the good money because they built a skill around it. All right. I've used this example before. I'll say it again. If you take a basketball, just grab a basketball out of Dick's Sporting Goods. You put the basketball in my hand. How much is the basketball worth? Probably about as much as it was when you took it off the shelf and took it to ring it up, right? But then you take that same basketball and you put it in the hands of somebody like Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right? You go put it in their hands. How much is it worth? Millions, because they touched it. Now, why is it worth millions for them? And it's only worth the few dollars to get the ball when I put it in my hand. What's the difference? Is it that basketball is a scam? It doesn't really work? I can't take this basketball and make millions with it. That's not true. It is not true that you cannot take a basketball and make millions of dollars with it, because you already have all of these examples out here in the world. There's too many for you to say that you can't do it, that it can't be done. So why is it that it's not being done for you? Let's think about it. Those men have been playing basketball, and women in NBA, WNBA too, but people who make the millions with a basketball have built a skill around it that took them years, decades to build. Are you willing to invest that kind of time into yourself when it comes to your business? Because see, a network marketing company in my hands is going to be worth a lot of money. How do you make it worth a lot of money in your hands with no skill? That's crazy. Even if I was working at McDonald's will not give me a check until I've gone through their training so that they can verify that I have the skills that they require me to have in order to give me a paycheck. So it doesn't matter whether you're making millions or minimum wage, you must have a skill in order to get a check for it. Home business is no different. And until people start to say, you know what? Okay, I'm not going to fight it no more. I am going to take the time. I'm going to take a breath, be patient, and build up whatever the skills are that I need for a successful home business. If more people started to do that, the network marketing industry would not be taken for the joke that it tends to be for a lot of folks. Many people don't take not everybody, but many people don't take network marketing very seriously, all because of the foolish way that people go out here and try to tell people about network marketing. They do it with no skill. Can you picture how foolish it would be for me to take a basketball when I have no skills? I don't know how to dunk on nobody. I don't know how to shoot no three-pointer. I don't know how to do no layup. I don't even know how to dribble, y'all. Like, seriously. For me to take that basketball, go out on the court with a true professional basketball player, and think I could beat them. I don't even know the rules of the damn game, and I'm just out there. I would look foolish, wouldn't I? And the more skills I build and the more I practice those skills and the better I get because of the practice, the less foolish I look. And if I were to practice the skill to the point that I too was a professional, Now I got a fighting chance to win. Are you doing that? Or are you going out here just trying to go up against the pros? Right? And please don't mistake me for saying that you have to compete with people. I'm not saying it like that. But what I'm saying is look at the difference between a professional and an amateur, and then you'll figure out why, if you're not having success and you haven't built any skills around having a business, now hopefully this picture painted for you makes more sense as to why you haven't had the success. And for those of you who maybe by a fluke, maybe you went out, you told a bunch of people about it, and at least a little bit of them said yes. And so now you do collect a check, and that's great. But what about the next level? What about becoming better and better every single day? What about helping more and more people and doing it with intention because you've built a skill around it now? Wouldn't it feel better? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down up in here. Right? It is all about their skills. Now, I noticed somebody said they have authority, but where did the authority come from? Right? Let's bring this up. Where did the authority come from? How does one develop authority? Skill. You've got to build the skill. What makes, Michael Jordan have much more authority in basketball than me is the fact that he's a professional at it. How did he become a professional at it? The skill level. How did he build the skill? He took the time to learn the skill, learn the rules, learn about this profession, and practice, practice, practice until he became a professional in the profession. Getting so good at it that, yes, he is seen as an authority in the game. Me with my crazy behind, child, I don't know how to play no basketball. I get out there talking about hey, everybody, look at me. I'm an authority. And I have no skill to back it up. Then I'm a liar. I mean, that's the way that, your audience will see you. Because that's the way you're going to come across. That's what we put out. And so if you want to become an authority, and yeah, I agree, authority is important, but let me tell you what's even more important than the authority. Ooh, this is a bonus. Y'all ready for this? When you're first getting started in your home business, what's more important than the authority, because it's going to take you time to build up an authority. What's more important than that is your relatability. See, sometimes we as newbies will come in to the industry, we look around and we say, oh, that person's, an authority. I'm going to go and I'm going to act like them. I'm going to talk about the same things that they talk about. I'm going to do the same things that they do. I'm going to follow the routine that they follow. And then we're just mimicking. We're not actually marketers right now. We're mimickers. We're mimes. What makes you more successful is when, again, you have that clarity to know and understand why you're even doing what you're doing in your business, who it is you're trying to help, what problem they have that you're going to help them with, and in what way you're going to help them. And especially when it's in alignment with something that you can relate to, something that you've been through yourself. That is such a bonus, because, like, let's say I'm offering people, let's say I'm in travel, because I use weight loss all the time. Let's say I'm in travel. And the reason why I got into the travel business is because I had, a long lost parent, right? And I went on this amazing trip to meet them, and we got to bond, and it was just such an amazing experience. And from that moment on, I said, I want to help other people create that kind of experience where when they're with their family, right, and they get together and they go on these trips, that it is an unforgettable experience, right? It changed my life. I know the power of travel and how it can change other people's lives. I want to do it like that, because see, now when you start putting out content, you can be authentic in what you talk about. You can start talking about your experiences, right? And when you do, and the viewer comes across your video, they're like, wait a second, I can relate to that. Or wait a second, I'd like to relate to that. I'd like to be able to do that too. How did you do it? Can you help me with that? Bam, now you got some leads and some prospects coming in. And it's because first they felt they could relate to you. Then they saw your level of authority because you've got a solution to a problem that they've got, and they're looking for a solution. They're lacking a solution. So since you have it, by default, you are in an authority, um, uh, a level of authority for them already. So you see how easy that was to do, right? So that's how that works. Okay, moving on to number 4. The fourth reason, excuse me, the fourth shocking reason why people are not successful at home business and network marketing, affiliate marketing, and the like is because they don't have any tools. They don't have any tools. Let's think about this for a second. Many of us start a business. We want this business to not only bring us a lot of money, but bring us a lot of money long term, right? We don't want it to just be this one windfall one time. We made 6 figures one time. We want this to be something sustainable, right? We want it profitable and sustainable. So if I'm trying to build something that's going to be sustainable, if I'm trying to build something that brings me stability in my cash flow, right? I need to look at it the same way I'm looking for stability anywhere else, right? So for example, let's look at, if you wanted stability in terms of shelter. So you say, you know what? I'm going to build me a house. So you want to do that? Your house can be your home, right? It can be something not only stable, but also comfortable and reliable. It's your shelter, right? Does it make sense to try to build your house with no tools? You just going to build the whole house by hand and you think that's going to be stable, right? You sit up there like, yeah, I ain't trying to go buy no damn tools. I'm just going to find me some wood, give me some branches off the trees and maybe some rope. And I can make my shelter like that, right? Instead of saying, maybe I should go to Home Depot and maybe I should go buy me some planks of wood and give me the nails and the screwdrivers and everything else that I'm going to need. I need some concrete, lay down this foundation, make it sturdy. Instead of doing that, you want to just go and find whatever you can find for free. I'm going to go out in the jungle, child. I'm going to go give me some trees. I'm going to find me some vines. Like, that's ridiculous. And yet we do it. I'm guilty. I did it in the very beginning and got nowhere. My first 12 months in home business, I made $0. How did I pay my bills? Thank God, before I started home business, I had money in savings, plenty of money in savings, or at least I thought. Because by the time that year was over, that money was gone because I never made anything to replenish it. Don't be like me. Don't do that. You can do that to yourself. So make sure you understand the power of tools, right? If your intentions were to, if you wanted reliable transportation, right? So you say, you know what? I'm going to go get myself a car. How do you think they made that car? You think they made it with no tools? Right? And that's what you're paying for. Those cars cost those tens of thousands of dollars and some hundreds of thousands of dollars because of the assembly, everything that had to get put together for you, for your convenience, right? So if you want your business to be more of a convenience than a hassle, get the tools necessary to build it right the first time. And you don't have to worry about, oh no, this is falling apart in my business. Oh no, people are coming into my business. They're leaving just as fast as folks are coming in. Oh no. Build it and create a solid system within your business. Right? And then finally, number 5, and I'm actually going to give you a bonus for people to stay all the way to the end. But number 5 is this one-man band mentality. I did an entire wake-up call about this to a community of over 20,000 entrepreneurs. And we have really great conversation about it. But the thing is this. Everybody needs help. There is nobody who has become successful all on their own. No one. I don't care what people are I pulled myself up by my own bootstraps. Bull. somebody had a mentor, somebody got some advice from somebody that they respect and admire, somebody gave them a loan, somebody directed them in a certain way or pointed them to a certain person that they ended up partnering with. Something happened with another human being. And this is why there's so many of us on this planet. So many of us on this planet. We are designed for connection. Right? So I had even I was looking around in Facebook Reels, and I had seen somebody put up this interview with Beyonce. And the interviewer asked her something to the effect of, what was the moment that you realized you don't really need anybody else, and you were just gonna, go solo and do it alone, and da da da. And she said, I can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. I need the producers. I need my mentors. I need my vocal coach. I need, like, I don't do this alone because I can't do this alone. And to have that kind of realization, some people call it humility, but to have that realization that I don't do it all, and I shouldn't have that expectation of myself to do it all in my business, really sets you free. It allows you to just feel this, like this whole weight has been lifted off your shoulders, and you can finally breathe and give yourself permission to ask for help when needed. I love the fact that, these past 5 years, I didn't have to build my business alone. I met some amazing people that became friends of mine. We partnered on projects together and made money together. There have been people that I met who've become mentors of mine. There are people I've paid to coach me and show me some of the things that I really needed that I could never find on free videos online. I needed to invest. And it wasn't an investment in them. It was an investment into myself and multiplying my value, right? It wasn't that I didn't have any value and I had to go get some from some outside source. It was, I knew I had value, but I didn't know how to use it. So I needed somebody to show me how to tap into it, multiply it, get out here and actually access it, you know? So that's always going to be really important to have a support system in place. And yes, it's great to have your family in place as a great support system for, various areas in your life. Yeah. But what I like in business is people that understand where I am and understand where I'm trying to go. People who are either on that same journey right now, or they're a few steps ahead of me and can kind of shine the light, and so that I can see the pathway. Right. And so I also like the fact that with the community of entrepreneurs I work with, is unbiased. So it doesn't matter what business you're in, right? You could be in health and wellness, you could be in travel, you could be in e-commerce, you could be in Bitcoin, you could be in Forex, you could be in uh you could be in anything. You can be in anything. And what you get support with and guidance with is knowing these fundamental skills and having the fundamental tools, the foundational tools and skills necessary to be successful no matter which business it is that you're in. So when things change in your life and you want to make a shift in your life, you want to go in a different direction, you want to maybe not do this niche anymore and jump into a new one, you can, and you'll still know everything you need to know and have every tool you need to have in order to generate success over here, just like you did over there and anywhere else that you go. So me personally, that's just something I really love. Now, before I get into the bonus, let me check. Okay, cool. I don't see any questions or anything. So there we go. All right, so here's a bonus. And it really speaks to what I was just talking about. And the bonus reason is no direction whatsoever. So even like I was talking about before, with having the tools necessary to build your house, or to build that car, that transportation, even when you have reliable transportation, that transportation won't get you where you want to go without direction, without some type of a GPS. right? Some type of a map, some type of a guide to get you where you need to be. When you're trying to get somewhere in your business, let's think about this. You are using your business as the vehicle to take you where you want to go in life, right? And yes, the business is a means to provide a solution to people's problems. But in your case, this is the vehicle that's going to take you from where you are right now to where you're trying to get to. Maybe you got a big goal of, 100,000 a year or more, right? You want to hit the 5-figure months and stuff like that. I've been there, I've done that, I do that. It's fun, right? Maybe you're trying to just be able to help with medical costs for your parents. Maybe you're trying to make sure you've got plenty of money to put your kids through school. Maybe you just want to go on a dream vacation because you always poured into so many other people. You've always helped, you've always served, you've served in your community, you've served in your company, you've served in your church, and you're like, child, I need a break. I want that dream vacay to the Maldives, right? Whatever the case may be, 9 times out of 10, folks set a goal to achieve something they've never achieved before. They're trying to get to a destination they've never been to before. So yes, you're going to need a GPS. You're going to need a guide. You either need somebody who knows the route well and can lead you there, or you're going to need some type of tool like a GPS that can give you those turn by turn directions to get you where you want to be. Do you have those things? Because believe it or not, there's more reasons than this as to why people aren't having success. But these are some of the major reasons why, the most shocking reasons why. But when you stop to think about it for a minute, you're like, oh, yeah, that doesn't make sense for me to think that I could build my business without these 5 things plus this bonus. Are you looking for that? As we're getting ready to turn a new corner, pull off another page of our calendar, step into a new year, looking to always want to be better every day, not just because it's a new year, but because you realize that it's time to exfoliate your life, exfoliate your business, get rid of those dead cells that haven't been working for you, and now allow that fresh layer to shine through. There are things about you that people love, and you can use that not to manipulate people, but you can use it as leverage to be able to help more people. So if you've been feeling like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm not really certain why I started this business. I am trying to find a way to make it be more of a soul satisfying experience for me. I want it to, I just want to double check and make sure that it is in alignment with my values and the things that are really important to me. Or if you've discovered, like a couple viewers here have said, yeah, I got into my business under a lack mentality. I was, my back was against the wall. I'm drowning here. I've been doing it for 18 months. Now what? What do I do to self-correct? Right? Or if you've been realizing, wait, I've been out here just winging it, just following this tip over here and that tip over there, hoping that it gives me a full strategy to grow my business, and it hasn't been working. And now I realize I'm Val on the basketball court with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's crazy. I need skills. Or if you realize, oh yeah, I've been trying to build a house with no tools. Or, oh yeah, I've been trying to be a one-man band when I really don't have to put myself through all that headache. Or, yeah, I'm trying to get somewhere and I don't even know the first step to take. If you're feeling any or all of those things, I have wonderful news for you. I'm walking into the new year ready to hold your hand and have you walk with me into the next level of your business. So all you really need to do is go to valeriewalton.com and get on my Victory VIP list. I'm getting ready to launch a 6-week program for the people that are on my email list all the way up to December 31st, and the people that are already current profitpreneurs. You will get access to me for 6 weeks of my coaching for free. Anybody that comes in after January 1st, on or after January 1st, midnight Eastern time, I'm charging them. And each one of these 6 weeks covers these 6 things and more when it comes to recreating that strong foundation for your business and finally getting you where you want to be. This is such a serious, important part of you being able to be successful in your business for the rest of your life and then some, beyond your life, leaving a legacy behind. And if that's something that you've been looking to do and you really do take your business seriously and you're wondering why other people aren't taking you seriously, what's going on, this is going to be the thing for you. I call this my Turbo Results boot camp. I did this as a workshop previously, and I think I'm going to still kind of have that format. Each week, I'm going to cover a specific topic that gets built on top of the previous week so that you can grow your business. We're going to start off with those foundational things, your why, what some of your strengths are, creating that brand story, the message, so that when you get out here, you're very confident in what you're doing. You're very concise with how you describe what your brand is to your audience. And it translates to them in a way that they see the value in it and they're ready to buy. So that's just the first week alone. As we go into the second week, then we start to create that symbolic version of the brand, which is what most people start to think about, and using free ways to do that. How do you now create this by design and step into your creativity and learn ways to really show people every time they see this symbol or every time they see this face that they remember this brand, they remember quality, they remember good experiences. As we go into the third and fourth week, we go deep into social media marketing, namely Facebook, but this can be applied to other social media platforms. Hold on. Felt like I had to sneeze. It's not coming out. Let me keep going. And we're going to talk about doing a complete gutting and extreme makeover of your entire Facebook presence. We are going to clean out your profile, clean out your pages if you have a page. If you don't have a page, you don't even have to worry about it. Okay. But we're going to clean out the profile. We are going to clean up your reputation, everything, the posting, all of that. And then we're going to dive into the hidden places, the hidden jewels of where your ideal audience has been hanging out that you didn't know about. We're going to find them. We're going to learn the ways. I'm going to teach you the ways to connect with them in a way that's not creepy. It's not salesy. It doesn't make you feel uncomfortable. It doesn't matter if you're an introvert. It doesn't matter if you're not a people person. We ain't even going to go into all of that, because you'll be able to just be a normal human being and connect with folks in a normal way and be able to have those folks become friends as well as, even better, customers for your business. Then we're going to go into the fifth week talking more about, how do we now increase the profits and keep them sustained? How do we make sure that we now make this a more stable type of business? What are some things that need to be in place, including a daily routine for yourself and your business that is simple and it only takes you about an hour or two per day to do? And then finally, in that sixth week, we're going to talk about how do we keep everything organized, right? Because again, we want to focus on maintaining to further increase the profits, all right? And keeping everything as simple as you can. This doesn't have to be hard. This doesn't have to be complicated when it comes to a home business. It was designed to be able to bring you the joy and the freedom you want conveniently. You shouldn't have to feel like, oh my gosh, this is so hard. No, you ain't got to do that, especially if you're working with me. So like I said, all you got to do, go to my website and get on Val's Victory VIP list. Get on that before the new year, and I will give you details on when we're going to begin for this workshop. It will probably start on the 3rd, but that's still a little tentative. So I'll solidify it over the weekend. All right. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I thought I just saw somebody comment and now I don't see anything. Sorry. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of these last few days of 2021. We are going into 2022, a new you, new business boo, and all the profits too. Okay, thank you so much. And I will see you in the next video. Same Profitpreneur time, same Profitpreneur channel, live at 5. Bye.